Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Cetria, Cetriya, and you can easily find me online by Googling that name. So today is day 27. Yes, just one day. It was a nice long weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I pretty much just sat like a vegetable. Well, first I drove to Orlando, but sat like a vegetable and read a bunch of online manga and watched some videos because you do need to take breaks from time to time. But there is a number of few things that I'm going to chat about today. So for today, I'd have to say that I did spend a little bit extra time drawing. As you know, with the challenge, it does call for about 30 minutes a day, but usually I have a day or two out of the week that I skip. And for the most part, the other days that I do draw, it's almost always uh, over 30 minutes, anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and a half time, because once you get into the groove of drawing, you don't really necessarily want to stop, and it does take a bit of time to actually get into said groove. So what's the update here? Right now I'm doing, I guess it's kind of a spoiler. I hope I'm not spoiling too many things for you guys for this comic. I hope you enjoy watching the or reading the finished end. But right now I'm just drawing on the, I guess, second to last two pages of the splash page for chapter 2. And from, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and stop here and going to finish out the corrections for the pencil for previous pages and going to start on the inking pages and the paneling pages. But before I get into that, I know there's going to be a number of touch-ups that I'm going to have to work on, especially for certain anatomy references. I've mentioned before that you always need references, but since I have not seen my previous pages for a few weeks now, oftentimes when you don't look at something for a good while, you're able to spot the mistakes later on, because now you're looking at the image with a fresh critical eye and not, it's not muddied in with what you perceive is the actual image. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and do the corrections for those. I may or may not record that process. If I do, I'm definitely going to super speed up that section, only because, well, you've seen me work on those pages before, and it needs to leave something for your for the surprise. So there's that. Other things that's going to be going on is I probably in the next video or 2 or 3, I'm going to do a full character sheet, because I have a tendency when I'm writing my stories that the story comes to me first. I know a lot of artists, it's character first, but it's definitely story comes first, or a theme comes first, maybe a colors or mood comes first, and then I go fill it in. So a lot of the side characters that are popping up in the first 2 chapters, I just basically said, oh, I need this kind of character, and then I just sat and started drawing something and didn't really design them. Another issue that I know some of my online artist friends had mentioned to me before, and that is I might need a little help with consistency of drawing the characters. Now, what I've done in my previous comic, Ore Claire, and if you haven't taken a look at Ore Claire, I'll make sure to leave a link down below to a preview of what the comic is about and a link to the video that was part of my Kickstarter pitch, so you can get an overview. But yeah, what I did was, after I penciled and didn't look at the pages for some time, went back and just on all at one session redrew a lot of the faces and expressions, because for some reason I can only really keep consistency if I sit down and I draw the faces all at the same time. It just, I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm channeling different artists whenever I'm drawing, but I just find that it's the best way for me personally to keep consistency is to do the finer details all at the same time. It could just be because I'm still relatively, how should I say, under practice when it comes to these things. So there goes that. So in the next 2 or 3 videos, you'll see me working on just drawing character designs to make them consistent. So here I switch from using Sketchbook Pro and just trying out Medibang. If you haven't seen or tested out Medibang is actually a free digital arts software. And if you look them up, I believe they're a Japanese company. They're trying to promote more anime and manga style. Well, honestly, you don't need to do anime and manga, but they are trying to promote artists where you could submit something to them and they have contests, some of them with money, others without money, and hopefully get it translated and localized to different parts of the world. I'm using this app on just my $250 Samsung Note, so it's nothing as fancy as the iPad with the iPad Pro with the pencil attached. I figure for that kind of money, I might as well just add a little bit more and get uh, a full-on like little studio of, like a computer and stuff, or just get the Microsoft Surface Pro. It's not, of course, they're not the same, and to each his own. But I I get really scared about having very expensive things that are so easy for me to travel with, especially, you could easily just sit on the pencil by accident or just damage the tablet. But anyhow, this is probably the third to last page, so there's one more page for me to do a kind of a rough for. But a lot of the times, especially if I'm doing digital art, there's a couple of like shortcuts that I'm doing that I just prefer to just go ahead and do them during the inking stage. I don't know why, but I love doing the inking stage more so than the pencil stage. So I digress. The last little tidbit before I close out this video is, if you haven't seen my prior video, or if you're new to my channel, I'm doing this 100 days of making comics, but in between I'm going to go start putting other videos such as sketch requests or doodle videos. Doodle, that's a weird word. Anyway, fun sketch videos. The most recent one was Deku from the anime Boku no Hero Academia, or My Hero Academia, and I probably will post a couple of those things, just having fun and sometimes a little break, and just enjoy making these videos, and perhaps you'll find something interesting and learn from it also. So yeah, thanks again you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.